Hi, Runner Story family. This is Allison Gilliard with Runner Story, where every story needs to be heard. And we are super excited to be able to share with you the extraordinary story of Sarah Hopton. She is absolutely amazing. She is in the Fairhope area, and she's also with Running Wild, which was super fun that we got to record outside right next to the store and even got to go and tour the store. It was super fun. And Sarah is just a bright light. Like, she's so fun. And I've gotten to know Sarah over the past year. And every time we talk to each other, it's always about running. And like, what are you doing? What are you training for? And I knew we had to have her on the podcast. Like, I'm like, I've got to interview you. And so the stars aligned, and it finally happened, and we did it. And I'm so glad that we did, because I learned so much more about Sarah than I had. And that's what I love about this podcast, is you really get to dig into someone's story. And I just appreciate that even more. It makes me appreciate those that I sit down with and hear your stories. So Sarah is such a beautiful reminder that your support is so important. So make sure that either you take this moment and you pause right now, or after you listen to this podcast, that you go and either you send a message or you go face to face and tell that person that supports your running, thank you. Because Sarah has a reminder that it's hard. It's hard when you don't have that, and it's a huge difference when you do. And what's also really fun about Sarah is that she is from a running family. And so what a beautiful legacy that there is, running memories that she has, but also what she would like a favorite running memory to be, and that is to run with her dad. And I absolutely love that. Speaking of, we're calling out the men in her life to come run Battleship 12K. Guys, come do that. It would be so much fun. We'd love to have you, and you guys are going to really enjoy this story. So thank you, Sarah, for sharing your story, for sharing your heart, and for all that you do for the running community and for who you are. You, again, are just such a bright light in the running community, and I'm so thankful for your friendship, and I'm thankful that you sat down with us and you gave us these beautiful reminders of how important our support is and how important family is. So thank you so much, my dear friend. And also, speaking of what's important, and that is taking care of your body. So guys, whether you're coming off an injury or you think you might be injured, definitely check out Eastern Shore Chiropractic Sports Clinic and Cairo South Spine and Sport. Eastern Shore obviously is going to be in the Fairhope, Daphne area, and then Cairo South Spine and Sport is going to be in the Mobile area. You guys are not going to go wrong with going there, from dry needling to cupping to scraping to using Ultraline. And if you do not know anything about anything, go listen to the previous week with Dr. Justin Southall, and he'll give you all the lowdown that we talked about. So definitely check them out. There's always a place for having a great sports chiropractor in your life, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of that team. And so definitely check them out. And they believe in this podcast, and we believe in what they do by keeping us on the pavement. So thank you to Eastern Shore Chiropractic and Sports Clinic and to Cairo South Spine and Sport. As if you're not a patient, become a patient. And if you are, make sure that you tell them thank you for believing in this podcast. So, all right, guys, lace up those running shoes, get ready, get set, and go run with my friend Sarah and her run story. Thanks, Sarah, for being here.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
So excited. We've been talking about this forever.
Literally,
Yeah.
it feels like forever.
And it's wild because here we are. It's wild because we're outside of Running Wild and this beautiful area of Fairhope.
Yeah.
And we've really gotten to know each other and just watching each other. And let me just say, you are such a cheerleader.
Thank you.
You're so encouraging, Sarah.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason to not be encouraging. Like, everyone needs to do amazing. So
I love that.
Yeah.
But one of the things I don't know is I don't know your run story. I don't know your run, because when we get together and talk, we talk about random stuff.
Yeah.
We talk about running.
And it's only for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we spend time talking.
Mhm.
But I don't know your run story.
Well, here I am. Yeah. Here we go. We're going to get into it.
So how does it start?
Okay. So I really feel like my run story starts when I was in my mother's womb. Like, it was I grew up in a running family. So my dad is and was a marathon runner. He is mid-70s. I think he's 73. And he's done 5 or 6 ultra marathons and countless half marathons. And he's just always been a runner. So I grew up around it. So my mom was a runner too. She has gotten out of it. She got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease a few years ago. So she's pulled back, slowed down a lot, which is totally fine. But she was a runner too. So I just grew up in it. And my dad, I remember specifically, he would run the Peachtree City road race in Atlanta every year. And we would go and wave to him and cheer him on at different spots in the race. And then there was a couple times where my little brother and I would meet him at the finish line, but run across the finish line with him, holding his hand. Yes. So very, very, very cool. So I have all those kinds of memories. So when I started running in high school, really, it was just like, I think I'll just go for a run. Let's just see. I'm not an athletic person. I'm not competitive in that way at all. So I was never on track team or anything like that. I would just go out the back door and run down the road and have fun with it. So then I got into doing 5Ks, and then I tried a 10K, and it just progressed from there. And then I had my daughter, and I ran my first half marathon when I think she was probably 6, maybe, in Huntsville. I ran the Huntsville half.
Wow.
And blew out my IT band. Blew it out. I had to spend 6 months in physical therapy. It was so bad. So I was like, I can never run again. It was awful. But I did run again. I got back out there, and I was like, okay, let me just start small. All the while, and this next part, I want to be really specific in that I own my own emotions, and I take responsibility for the way I respond to other people. So after that half marathon, my now ex-husband, who will probably hear this, and it's fine, but my now ex-husband was saying things to me like, you're not a runner, you're gonna hurt yourself again, you look funny when you run, you don't have a runner's body, like all of this stuff. And I allowed that to affect me. And that's what I own, is I allowed those words to take me out of the game because I did injure myself. And I was like, oh gosh, he's right, I'm really gonna hurt myself next time, and that kind of thing. So I stopped running for years. I stopped running, and I gained a lot of weight, and I got really unhealthy. And years and years later after that, went through a divorce, and it was awful, and it was traumatizing, and it also put me back into running. And it was that thing that I needed to be like, you can do it. There's nobody in your ear telling you can't do it anymore. So you can do it. Get out there, do it. So I ran another half marathon. I always run the Battleship 12K.
Yeah,
it's my all-time favorite race. Yes. And I know that question's coming because I listened to the podcast, but it is my all-time favorite race. It's amazing. So I've done that every year except for the very first year, and only because I didn't know about it the first year, and then the COVID year when they canceled it. But then this past fall, I ran my first full marathon, and I was so proud of myself. Like, I cried.
Sure.
And I was just so, so proud of myself. And there was nobody telling me I couldn't do it. Everyone was telling me, you got this. So it's what I needed, and I will continue to run as long as I want to. Not even as long as I can, because I will probably push myself past that limit and just keep going as long as I want to. So
that's living like a true runner.
yeah.
Yeah. I want to point out 2 things.
Okay.
One is that for many of us, we have that own voice in our own head of, I'm not a runner. But you had that physical voice telling you, you're not a runner. And the reason why I bring that up is because it got shared on Ride the Rebellion podcast that I was on, where they said, what are barriers to running? And a lot of times it's our own selves. Well, we say, I can't do that, or I'm not fit like that, or I can't run that pace, or I can't do this, or I can't. Like, we do that to ourselves. I think that's one component. But then the other component is when you don't have that support system at home, and you don't have that person cheering for you like you did for your dad. That meant so much, I'm sure, to him. There's my kids watching me run across this finish line. I know what, as a parent, what it's meant for me. And then, but for you to not have that support system to do something that you love, I think that's you overcame that. And that's
Yeah,
huge.
absolutely. And I saw my mom supporting my dad and getting up wee hours of the morning to make sure he had his nutrition packed away and his socks were clean and whatever. And then getting up early in the morning because, you know, those races start at 7 a.m., but the runners have to be there at way earlier.
You got to do the pot of gold.
You got to, yes, you got to do your pre-race routine to make sure everything's good to go. And my mom would get up with him and do those things. So I just assumed that that person in your life would do that. And when I didn't have that, I was like, okay, then this must not be the thing for me, you know? So I allowed that to affect me, and I shouldn't have, but I did.
Yeah.
I came out on the other side of it, though. So it's all good.
And
It's
here
all
we
good.
are on a running podcast.
There we go.
Here we go. So how did you come to running wild? Because you work at a running store.
I know, and I love it so much. I love it. So I did real estate for 10 years,
Wow.
and it was awesome when it was awesome, and it was awful when it was awful. I was top agent for several years in a row, and I loved it, and I had clients that would come back to me multiple times to buy and sell and refer and everything like that, and so it was amazing. But it got to the point where it was my life, and I didn't have time to enjoy my life. Like when you go on vacation, you want to be on vacation.
Sure, yeah.
And when you're in real estate, like you have to work all the time. So answering the phone and writing contracts and responding to emails while on vacation with my family really took a lot of time away from me. So I decided to start to ease myself out of that, and I started working at Running Wild, just a part-time kind of thing, and I fell in love with it. Like running community is just a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
And so this really immersed me in that running community and taught me so much about running, about shoes, about nutrition, about clothing, about form and technique too. And so I've really gotten a lot out of it. I absolutely love it. So then I got rid of real estate for good and went full-time here, and I love it. I really do. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful store.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great location. We have a store in Pensacola also. So we get people that go to both stores because we have a couple of things that are different. But yeah, it's fantastic.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you've already hit on it a little bit about emotions, but what are some other lessons that you've learned from running?
Oh my gosh. Give yourself some grace. If you have a bad day, if you just can't get up in the morning, or if you start to run and your knee aches or whatever, just give yourself some grace. Pull back a little bit and get back out there the next day, or give yourself a week or a month, however much time you need. If you don't get the time you want, it's okay. If you trip and fall and bust your face, like it's okay. It happens. Definitely give yourself some grace. And then the other thing is, don't compare yourself to others. I have never run faster than like a 9-minute mile. And I'm totally fine with that. Like I have no desire to run any faster than that because I still cross the finish line just like everybody else. And if I don't cross the finish line, that's okay too. Sometimes things happen and you just can't get there. And it's okay. And you get up and you try again the next time. So I've never compared myself to others, which is probably why I'm not a very competitive person. Other than in board games, I'm really competitive.
Wow.
That's a different conversation. Different conversation. Different podcast for sure. But in sports, I'm not athletic. I run for myself because I like it. I feel good. It's fun in a weird way to me. So yeah, I don't compare myself to others.
I love that. Like I said, you were so encouraging. Takes you back to one of the conversations that we had previously, which was we were talking about pacing and we were talking about running together.
Yeah.
And I was like, Sarah, I'm no way your pace, because you are, in my definition, a very fit runner. And
Thank
so
you.
here I am thinking like, oh man, she'd blow me out of the water. And you're like, no, girl, we can go. You know,
We can totally go.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh my God, I could run with Sarah.
Yeah. 12 minutes is actually really comfortable for me. That's really comfortable.
So that meant a lot to me as a bigger runner of I could run with Sarah.
Yeah.
And not be an inconvenience. And but that was just such an encouraging conversation. And I just wanted to let you know, like, it just stuck with me.
Good.
And it's just been there. So
Good. Yeah.
So let's shift a little bit because you did hint a little bit on nutrition and pre-race routine. So do you have a pre-race routine?
Kind of.
Okay.
I drink coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you got to use the bathroom
It's
and
amazing.
make sure everything, you got to make sure everything is flushed out. And so, but if I don't drink coffee, then that doesn't happen. So I got to drink the coffee, which means I need a couple hours before I go run. I can't just drink a cup of coffee and go run. I got to give myself some time. And that's on the bigger runs, like a 5K, whatever, not worried about it. I can do whatever. But a 10K for sure, 10K, 12K, anything over that, I'll drink some coffee and flush everything out, so to speak. I don't really stretch. I make sure I have everything ready the night before. I'll go through and count my goos and make sure I have everything in my pack so I can just put it on and go and I don't have to think about it when I'm delirious early in the morning.
Right.
I make sure my clothes are good to go. I've got the right sports bra. If I check the weather and decide if I'm wearing pants or shorts. And I try not to eat, but if there's enough time, I'll eat a little bit, not anything heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you lay out flat, Sarah. Make sure
Yep.
everything's good to go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You cross the finish line. You're done with the race. Do you have a post-race routine?
Beer. Always beer. Always beer. I want an ice cold lager, and it could be something light. It could be something like a Blue Moon, more flavorful, whatever. But yeah, beer, ice
Okay.
cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a t-shirt that says, I run on beer.
I run on beer. I run
run
for
for
beer.
beer.
I run to the beer. All the beer. I want all of it.
Got it. Got
Yes.
it. That's great. Okay. What is your favorite running item? You will not hit the pavement without this item.
Oh gosh, it depends on the race or the run. A longer run, I gotta have my earbuds. I wear the Bose earbuds. I've tried other ones. I don't like them. I like the Bose. My watch, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Garmin 165 that I wear. And I also have an Apple Watch, but the battery is awful
Sure.
on the Apple Watch. So I have the Garmin. Toe socks.
Engine.
Yep.
I love it. We love engine.
My
design.
engine G's are life. Total game changer. I will not wear anything else.
We literally just had Gray and I just had this conversation about how great NZGs are.
They're amazing. I need to buy stock in engine G for as many pairs as I own right now. Yeah, those are probably the 3 items. Other than that, I can just wing it.
Okay. What is your playlist?
Oh gosh. I actually don't prefer music.
Okay.
I will listen to a podcast.
Okay.
Or I will listen to a book.
Okay.
Or if I'm into a show on Paramount or whatever, I can listen to it without having to watch it if I'm really into it.
Oh, okay.
So if I can zone out to it, I can listen to a show. But
Okay.
music, if I get bored of whatever I'm listening to, then I'll turn on some music. And it's got to be things like Five Finger Death Punch and like just metal. Get in there, motivate, just
Pick up the pace.
yes, pick up the pace, go, like hard stuff. So yeah, but mostly it's podcasts and things that I can just, stories I can zone out to. So
Okay. Obviously, working at Running Wilds, there's shoe candy just
oh my
everywhere.
gosh.
So, I hate to ask, but do you have a favorite running shoe?
I have several for I have
That's
several.
a great answer.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
I love my ultras.
Okay.
And my topos because of the wide toe box and the lower drop. I'm wearing the Ultra Tourin today, and I ran the marathon in the Topo Ultra Fly. It's got a little bit of arch support. I can tell you all about the shoes. But right now, since the marathon, I'm running in the A6 Nimbus. And it's a totally different feel from the Topos or the Ultras. Very soft, but responsive at the same time. Like you don't feel like it's that soft, but
Right.
it just helps you a little bit. Gives you a little extra spring in your step. So yeah, I like the A6 Nimbus right now. And the fabric on the upper is really flexible so that even though the toe box of it isn't wide, the fabric kind of stretches more so it hugs your foot without being too tight.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Yeah. Right now, I'm between the Nimbus and the Nova Blast
Oh yeah,
because there's 2 great shoes.
they are. I have the Nova Blast and I've worn it to work, but I haven't run in it yet. I need to run in it.
Love it.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I've heard it's very responsive. Like when you A coworker described it as when you're walking, it feels unstable, but as soon as you start running, it just clicks into gear, and it's a really comfortable ride. So I need to run in it and experience that.
So let me know what you think.
Yeah, I will.
Love it. Chef's kiss.
It's a very comfortable shoe.
I love the Nimbus too. It's a great.
Yeah,
shoe.
they're yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that answer. It's a great answer.
Thank you. I have so many shoes. It's insane. It's insane.
So you mentioned goose for nutrition, but is that all that you use to fuel, or do you take something else?
Yeah, I have a mixture of things. So I use the goose because they're quick and easy. I can open it, shoot it, and go. I also like the chews, like the snatch or the bonk breaker chews. Those tend to dry my mouth out a little bit more, so I don't use them as much. For the marathon, I put Element in my water and it just refilled my water at each aid station and diluted it a little more. But those electrolytes were a game changer for me. I was having such problems with cramping in my calves. And as soon as I started doing that, no more.
Wow.
So I've definitely encouraged people to try an electrolyte like that in your water if you're having a cramping problem. But then I have the bonk breaker bars also. And I don't eat a whole one when I'm running. I'll eat, if I feel like I'm bonking, I'll eat a couple bites of one, put it away, wait another couple miles, eat another couple bites. And it just is like a constant calorie fuel for me. So I like those. Those are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that electrolyte, especially since now, like, it's a beautiful spring day right now, but we are soon going to be hitting humidity and summer, and here in South Alabama, it's
real rough.
It's rough. It's rough.
So
electrolytes,
human.
It's
Yeah.
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 That was a great reminder. Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, you talked about the half, the Battleship 12K, your first marathon. Do you have a favorite running memory?
Oh gosh. The memories of my dad running, I think, are my favorite. If I could run a race with my dad, that would definitely be the best. They live in North Carolina, so it's not close. We were supposed to run an ultra together, and he ended up getting injured, and we didn't end up doing it. But I would love to run a race with my dad. That would definitely be my favorite if it happens. But as of now, I think just finishing that marathon, crossing the finish line after the marathon was really gratifying. It was just like, I did it.
For absolutely. And which marathon was that?
The Mississippi Gulf Coast. Yeah, Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Which, kudos to you, because the weather for that one was all over the place.
I loved it. I loved it.
That's where we were different.
Oh my gosh. I was like, you know what would be really good right now if it just started raining? And I'll be gosh darned if it didn't start raining like 10 seconds after I said that. It was amazing. And then it warmed up, and then it rained a little bit more. And I was like, this is amazing. This is great.
I love how you're not talking about the wind, about how windy it got.
It was a little windy. I think I blocked that part. It was a little windy.
Hey, man, so I did the half at mile 10.
Yeah.
I literally messaged Grant, like, I'm done. I hate this. And he was like, you can do this. You can harder than. I was like, no, literally, Grant, I'm done. Like, I was like, I am done.
I was kind of in our faces too, wasn't it?
100%.
Yeah. Now I'm remembering.
As the wind's picking up.
The wind was a little brutal that day.
It was a little brutal. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's an understatement.
Yeah.
It was really like all the elements, because it started off like beautiful. Like, we were all like, wow, picture of the sunrise.
Yes. The water's right there.
And you're just like, man, this is going to be great. It was overcast. And you were like, this is perfect.
A flat course.
And then it just all went downhill from there.
Oh no, I loved it. I loved it. I would rather run in the rain than in the heat any day.
Yeah.
Any
but
day.
Then it got hot, and then it got wind.
Yeah.
So,
Well, but you were wet after the rain, so then the wind kept me cool. I loved it. I thought it was great.
But that's fine. That's fair. That's fair.
We're all different. We're all different.
That's fair. That's fair. You're right. You're right. I say kudos to anybody that finished that one because of the weather. That was hard mentally. Like, again, I only did, and I don't say only, I did the half.
Yeah.
But that was enough for me to go, I don't ever care to do another half, knowing that I'll find out for this race again.
Of course. Yeah.
But that was tough mentally. So kudos, Sarah.
Well, you too.
Like,
you did it.
overcame a lot.
You did it.
Complaining and crying and all that.
But you know what? You did it.
Anymore.
It's fine. You did it.
Finish line.
It's just one of those days.
horrible day. It's great. I'm proud of you.
But the
I'm happy
worst
for you.
part about that race was the last mile at the end.
Oh, the
it
race?
was so rude. It was so rude. I was like, how in the who created this course? We couldn't just start a mile further and not have to do this ramp. It was awful because you're exhausted.
Yeah.
At that point, you've already gone 25 miles.
Yeah.
And then you have to go up this on-ramp that's banked.
Rats. Yeah. It's not even
banked.
an incline.
It's an incline that's banked. And then you got to go down, and then you got to go around and then back down. And I was like, this is, I hate whoever created this. This is the worst because working at the chiropractor office that I'm at every 6 weeks, my left hip is always out. And that did not help. The bank
Not
did
at
not
all.
help.
Absolutely not.
That was the worst part of that race.
Really not going up the steps of this.
That was rude too. That was so rude. And that's where the beer was up the stair. And yes, that was rude too. Really unfair.
It's a great race. It really is.
Yeah,
Except for
those two things. Like, how are you gonna ask me to climb up these steps? And it wasn't like 5 steps. It was like 35 steps.
it's a baseball stadium.
Yes.
Which is fun to run around it. And you're like, I get to fit it on a baseball stadium.
Oh yeah, it was totally cool.
Really fun.
You couldn't bring the beer cart down to me. I just did all this work, and you want me to climb these steps for
I
my
got you next time,
beloved
Sarah.
beer.
Here's what we'll
Thank
do.
you.
I'll run the half again.
Okay.
You run the full. You let me
Okay.
know when you're coming in.
Okay.
And basically, I'll do like, I got your beer ready.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. I love it.
It's so great. We will have a blast with it.
Yes.
So, you talked about a post-race beer. Do you have a meal, like after you get done running, that you're like, I cannot wait to sink my teeth into?
Anything greasy, like a cheeseburger, lots of carbs, which is probably why I like the beer afterwards, because it's got the carbs and calories. Yeah, anything that's, you shouldn't be eating this, but it's so good.
Yeah. We worked hard for it.
You worked hard for it.
Absolutely.
A big, cheesy bacon burger. Yeah. French fries,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah. Now you make me want a burger. Sarah.
Sounds good. And it's up to the mouth is watering.
So, again, going back to the fact that you work at a running store, you also run recovery tools.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite recovery tool? Or if somebody comes in that you're like, hey, this is a recovery tool that I would suggest for you?
Yeah. So I love the Theragun. I call it the thumper. It feels really good. That it will really get in there, get those knots. A roller is always good. We actually just got these foot wraps in, and I need to buy one. But it's a heat and cold, hot, cold, ice and heat foot wrap, and it's got 2 pouches, and you can either freeze it or you can microwave it, whichever one you want to do. And then you just put that pouch in the wrap, and then you just wrap it around your foot. So heel, ankle, Achilles, arch pain, anything like that. I need to buy one of those because it looks amazing.
The same.
Yeah, I love the Theragun. And then Epsom salt bath too. Oh my gosh, that really helps. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I like it. Let's shift to cross training. When you're not running, do you do anything cross training wise?
So I do now. I didn't for the marathon, and
Okay.
looking back, I wish that I had. And so now I just work out at Planet Fitness and elliptical, treadmill, walking or running, uphill. I haven't done the stair climber yet because I'm slightly terrified of it. But then weights and core and that kind of thing. And that definitely helps just to keep everything in check. So, yeah.
I like it. So you mentioned Bowser 12K, favorite race, as is mine.
Yes.
Do you have a race that you're like, not my favorite? Don't ever carry it again.
Oh gosh. Anything in Mobile. Anything in Mobile. I gotta say, I used to run. I know. I used to run the Azalea Trail Run, and I don't know. I don't like running in Mobile. I don't know why. I think it's, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to say dirty, but just, I don't know. I get an ick feel from
I'm gonna have to
Mobile.
kick you off this podcast.
I know you're a Mobile girl. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So I will say, Now that I've been working over here, I love coming down early morning and running downtown Fairhope. It's one, very peaceful.
Yeah.
Two, it is so daggone pretty down here. Like, it's beautiful. And then by the bay and like it's just,
And it's very runnable too.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
super flat. Like
Right.
there are definitely some hills
oh, there are.
that will get you. So it keeps it interesting too.
Yeah, I can understand people in Fairhope on the eastern side of the bay
Yep.
saying, I don't want to run in the hill. Because once you've got a taste over here in your life, okay.
Yeah, this is where it's at.
But
Also the trails too. I know y'all have some trails out in Mobile, like around the school.
yeah.
Blakely Forest is
Right.
great for trail running. I've done a lot of trail runs out there. So yeah, I don't know. Just anything in Mobile, I just stay away from.
Okay.
You know why?
Wow.
Yeah.
So if I ever ask you to race with me in Mobile, you're going to be like,
It depends on the race, I think. Like, it depends on the distance when it is. Like, I work Saturdays, so Saturday morning races are really hard, which
gotcha.
is probably a reason I love the Battleship 12K is because it's on a Sunday. Like, I'm not
and it
working.
doesn't actually go into Mobile.
Right. Right. Exactly. It's a beautiful, I love just the start of it, the first mile being all downhill.
Sucker, yeah.
Thank you very much. That's what I needed. And then the bridge at the end is a little rude.
It's a humbling experience.
Yeah, but you have the view when you get up to the top. That's just amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things about Battlefield 12K is watching people take pictures.
Yes.
With the battleship
On the
behind
bridge,
them, on the
yes,
bridge, and I'm
yes.
just like, to me, it's just so cute.
It
I
is.
love it.
I do
Absolutely.
too. It's a great race. I hope they never get rid of it.
Oh, well, this year's their 10th year for this race.
Which branch is it this year? Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't think they've made that announcement.
Navy was last year.
They may, with its Big 10, they maybe just be doing something like,
all of them. That would be cool.
yeah.
That'd be a
maybe,
cool medal.
maybe Mike will hear this from Fresh Junkie.
Yes.
Like, idea.
Hey, Mike, we need to get on
branches.
this. All the
Yeah, yeah.
branches on one medal.
That was
So fun.
and be like the world.
Really bad. Yes, exactly.
We just created our own.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got this.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. So again, working at a running store, you get people that come in.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you also get people from every day that just need a good pair of shoes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But you also get people that want to come in that maybe have some goals to want to run.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tell them to start off? What is some advice that you give them if they're like, hey, Sarah, I want the shoes to run. What should I do? I've never ran before in my life.
Yeah, so first we fit them for shoes. It's really, really important to wear the right shoe for your foot, for your gait, everything. So we fit them, we watch them walk barefoot, put them on the scanner, check arches, and make sure that we have them in the right shoe. We try on several different pairs, adjust if need be, that kind of thing. So that is definitely first, is having the right shoe for you. We have so many times people come in and say, yeah, my brother told me this is a great shoe. And we end up in something completely different because it may be a great shoe for your brother, but that doesn't mean it's a great shoe for you.
Right.
So getting fitted for shoes is definitely number one. And then take it slow. Listen to your body is really important. If you're exhausted or if you've got some pain, don't ignore it and push through it, because that's when injuries happen, especially when you're first starting out and you don't really know what that pain is, or you don't really know what your body's telling you. Just back up a little bit and see what happens. When you're a more experienced runner and you have a little twinge in your knee, you're like, oh, I've had that 80,000 times before. It's fine. It'll go away in the next mile or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you can have a little more leeway with yourself and maybe not listen to your body every time, but just if something new pops up. But yeah, just starting out, definitely listen to your body, wear the right gear, and just start slow. Don't bust out of the gate and go straight for a 5K. There's a Couch to 5K program for a reason.
Yeah.
You need to work into it. Don't go kill yourself right out of the gate. So
I love that. It's very good.
yeah.
And I also think what's great about running community is that you have people from all different areas, all different levels of running.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure they come into this for all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. We have everybody from high schoolers running on the track team to 80 and 90 years old that have been running their whole lives,
Wow.
or just want a good walking shoe, and everything in between.
Sure.
So we really try our best to accommodate everybody and make sure that we're helping each individual person reach whatever goal it is that they want to do. And sometimes it's just that they want to be able to walk from their car into the grocery store, do some grocery shopping without their back hurting. When that a lot of times has to do with the support in the shoe or the cushion in the shoe. So
That's really good. Yeah, that's a really good perspective. Absolutely. Yeah. When it's a hot summer day or it's a Mississippi Gulf Coast, running up that last mile, and you want to quit. Do you have a mantra? Do you have something that you tell yourself?
yeah, pain is temporary. Yeah, the pain that you're feeling, the fatigue that you're feeling is temporary, and it will go away. So just keep going. Keep going.
That's good.
Pain is temporary.
Very good. Goals. Let's talk about that. You've mentioned wanting to run with your dad. Definitely a goal.
Yes.
An ultra marathon. We've talked about that a little bit.
Maybe.
In like previous conversations.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any goal that you want to set for Lenny?
I would really love to run a Disney marathon.
Wow.
Like, really. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to do it because it's so competitive to get in. Like, I've been told you got to have your phone, your computer, and somebody else's computer where you can click really quick and get in. And I don't have the patience for that.
Sure.
So I don't know if I'll ever get in, but I would love to. My biggest goal, which I didn't even realize was a goal until I got the right support system in my life, was that marathon, and I did it. So maybe another marathon, maybe a 50-mile, maybe a 100-mile. I don't know about the 100. But yeah, running with my dad, I think, would be just the icing on the cake. And my brothers too. Both of my brothers run. So if all four of us had planned to do the ultra, that's another story. We had all four planned to do the ultra, and they convinced me, Sarah, do it with us, because they had all three done it the year before. And they're like, Sarah, do it with us this year. Okay, I'll join in the fun. And the three of them all backed out for injury reasons. And I was like, y'all convinced me to do this. I spent this money. We're not going to get the money back. I've trained for it. No, I'm not ready, but I trained for it, and I was going to do it. And I was probably going to hurt myself, but I was going to do it anyway because you were all doing it and you wanted me to do it with you. And then they all backed out.
Oh.
So we may get another opportunity, and that would be great, but we might not. And that's okay.
You got us a 12K. Tell them to all come down and run.
I have tried to get them to come down to do that race.
Sarah's family, the men in Sarah's life.
you.
You have to come do Battleship 12K.
Yes.
Because that way you can be on the podcast.
It's the
We
same
can
time
interview.
every year.
It's November 16th this year.
Yes. It's
Great.
the best
It's the 10th
race.
year.
And my brother's military. Like, the year I was the Army, I was like, Sam, it's the Army.
Yeah,
Like, you have
yeah.
to come do it. No.
He'll get a red bib. They get a special bib.
Exactly. And I've written his name on my bib every year.
He needs to come do that.
Allison said.
Yeah, I did. He should.
Ah,
Absolutely.
I know.
Okay.
This is the year.
This is the year. 10th year. Go big or go home,
That's
baby.
right.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Absolutely. Family reunion. Let's go.
Yes, I love it. And we have a tradition that we always go to Boudreaux's for brunch after the Battleship 12K.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic place because you're overlooking the bay and
Uh-huh.
other people are there with their medals on.
Right.
Hey, I did it too. And
Exactly.
yeah, delicious brunch. So
I
that's
feel
every
like
year.
Sarah's men come down
Mhm.
and come do Battleship 12K.
Yep.
It's mandated now. It's on the podcast.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Everybody's going to hear it.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Do you have a favorite length to run, whether it's a training run or race day?
Oh, I love a 10K. I think the 10K is my favorite length. I love the 12K. It's just another mile or so from the 10K. But I think the 10K is my favorite length. It's enough to where I feel like I get a really good workout, but it's not so far that I'm completely zapped the rest of the day. Like, I can still function and do other stuff during the day.
I
So,
like it.
yeah.
Okay. Good. Very good. When you aren't running, what are you passionate about? What fuels you?
I love adventure. So my boyfriend and I, who is my new support system that encourages me through everything, and he helped me through the marathon, and it's all thanks to Scott. Like, he's been a rock in all of it, which is something I wasn't used to. So very thankful for that. But he and I love adventure, just going and finding something crazy random to do. And Sundays are our days together because we both work full time. So Sundays is our day together. and we'll just go find something crazy to do. Like a few weeks ago, we went down to the wharf and looked at the boats and walked around. And I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. So we went in, what's the taco place? Yoho Taco or whatever. Okay. And I went to the bathroom. He's like, well, if you're using the bathroom, we should buy something. So we sat at the bar and got a beer. And all of a sudden they started playing bingo. And so we're like, let's play bingo. Like it was totally random, had no plans. And then we won twice. It was totally random. So just super adventurous, no plans. That's the best days we have, is when we just don't plan anything and we just go find trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say find shenanigans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's our shenanigan coordinator.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
Sarah, any final words of wisdom, my friend?
Oh gosh, get out there. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what you look like running. It doesn't matter what other people say to you. If you want to do it, just go do it. Just put yourself out there. Don't worry about it. It's your life. It's your body. If you want to use it for therapy, use it for therapy. If you want to use it for exercise, use it for exercise. It doesn't matter. Just get out there. And if you're walking instead of running, that's cool too. Just get out there. Body emotion stays in motion, right? So as you age, your body kind of breaks down a little bit. But if you keep it moving, you keep going forward, you're going to get that forward momentum. And then your body's going to want to keep moving forward. So just get out there and move and do it and have adventure. Find something adventurous to do.
Sarah, this has been so much fun.
Thank you.
I appreciate him so much. And thank you for letting me tour the store and hang out here and be able to share your story.
Yeah, come in anytime. Come get fitted or whatever. Look at apparel. We're always rotating out new stuff and yeah, it's good.
I love it. Good. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, didn't you just love Sarah? Like, she's phenomenal. And guys, if you are looking to go get fitted in the Fairhope, Pensacola area, go to Running Wild. Like, they are so good and so fun. And Sarah does shoes. I was so excited to be able to ask her, what are your favorite shoes? So thank you, Sarah, so much. Thank you for Running Wild for allowing us to be able to share Sarah's story. Again, beautiful location, downtown Fairhope, and we got to sit down right outside the store. And it's always fun when Gray, our editor, is along for the ride and he chimes in and asks questions. So thank you to Gray for being there. And again, just being part of it. Like, it's so fun and we love this community so much. And so we know this was a big deal for Sarah because this, when I got done with her story, it's like I had no idea. Again, I had no idea about her story. And so, again, it just made me appreciate her even more as who she is now. And so thank you, Sarah, so much for sharing your story. And again, guys, if you've not thanked your support, go thank your support. I know if it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't be where I am in running, like, at all. And so I'm incredibly thankful to have such a supportive spouse and a supportive kids and my in-laws and just the whole family that cheers me on. And it's because of them. So I'm incredibly grateful to my support system. So make sure that you go and you thank your people because it does make a difference. And when you find that running community, just hang on to them because they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And that's another great reminder that Sarah gives us. So, and shoes are super important. So go get fitted. We are very blessed to be able to have the partners that we do with running. So get out there and go get fitted, guys. It makes all the difference in the world. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you to Eastern Shore Chiropractic Sports Clinic in Cairo South for believing in this podcast, believing in what you do for the running community. It's absolutely incredible. I love working on runners. And then they're like, I just PR'd, or hey, like I was able to finish this race. So it's absolutely so much fun. And I can't believe I get to do this. So thank you to Dr. Justin Southall, Dr. Stephanie, Dr. Toby, Dr. Ellie, and Dr. Jeremy for all that you guys do for the running community and community as a whole. So thank you guys so much. And thank you to Gilliard Tech Services. Guys, he is the MVP. We absolutely love Gray. He loves the running community. He loves Run Your Story. Like, he loves Run Your Story. So incredibly grateful, and I appreciate him so much for all he does from our website to editing this podcast. So if you're looking for a dude that knows what he's talking about, definitely reach out to him and he can sit down with you, update your existing one, help you create the website of your dreams, whatever it is, definitely get up with him and he will get you hooked up. So he's amazing. So Gilliard Tech Services, thank you so much. Oh, I love our Patreon support. Oh man, and guys, if you haven't become a Patreon supporter, we would love for you to become. I wish I could give our Patreon family the world, because they've given me the world. And so thank you to our Patreon family for all that you do. And we just love you guys so much. And definitely check us out if you want to join. It's so much fun, and we just appreciate them so much, and for believing in Run Your Story and believing in the run community. They absolutely make it better. And if you guys have not checked out Dave's blog, you should. It's so much fun. Check out the blog in general, and you guys are going to learn so much. And congratulations to Dave McDonald, our shoe guy, who crossed the finish line of London. He killed it. He was amazing. And so we are so pumped for him and so proud of all that he's done. And we are just incredibly thankful for him. And if you've not liked, shared, and comment, guys, you need to do so, because that's how these stories get shared. We absolutely love sharing their stories, and we're so thankful that we get to do that. So make sure you like, share, and comment. All right, guys, until next time, go run your story, because every story needs to be heard.